So good afternoon to everyone. Again, my name is Jean Love. I'm the Executive Director for the Monmouth Independence Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center. And I'm just going to do a quick little overview of what the Chamber is, who we are, and what we do. It's not a sales pitch, it's just letting you know what kind of a resource we provide for you as the area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center. So first of all, what do we do? If you're a Chamber of Commerce, what does that mean? And for the most part, our mission statement stipulates that we celebrate the economic vitality of our businesses and our organizations in our community. So what does that mean if you celebrate the economic vitality? We're also your community connection. So connecting businesses with other businesses, connecting organizations with businesses, and just being a general resource for our community at large. We do that through a variety of ways. First, let's talk about some of the opportunities that are provided. One, thanks to Woo TV and to WIMPEG, every month we have a TV show called Chamber Chat, where I interview 3 of our chamber members, 10 minutes each, as a way for the community to get to know our chamber members professionally as well as personally. And then thanks to MyNet, that is actually shown on local cable channels via the WIMPEG organization. It's also placed on a couple of YouTube channels and, of course, Facebook, everyone's favorite. So that's one way for people to get to know more about our chamber members is through Chamber Chat. It's a fun 10-minute show. Looking around the room, I see several of you who've participated in it, and thank you for that. Other opportunities include promotional opportunities and advertising opportunities. Some of these are open to anyone, and some are open to members only. But we have a reader board, for example, on Highway 99. So the traffic that goes up and down Highway 99 West every day, especially football season when it gets backed up because people are waiting at the stoplight. We have a reader board, and you can post a message there. It stays up for 15 days, basically 2 weeks, and it's open to members and non-members. We also have cinema ad spots available for people at the Independence Cinema. They have 8 theaters at the cinema, and the ads run every day before every show in every theater. Typically, there's 4 showings per theater per day, so you're looking at over 32 times that your ad is run. Another promotional or advertising opportunity we have is a ribbon cutting. This is open to anyone, members or non-members, to celebrate the idea of someone starting their business, opening their business. If you've moved, you're wanting to do a grand opening because you've relocated. Maybe you've renovated. Maybe you've done something to dress up the shop. But we can do ribbon cuttings as a way to help get that information out to people of who you are and what you do. We also, as far as opportunities, beyond promotional and the advertising is beyond Chamber Chat, we also offer educational opportunities. We have a series called PEP Talks. It stands for Promote Enterprising Performance. Each workshop is about an hour and a half. It includes lunch, and the topics vary from, right now we have a series, our spring series is focusing on promotional opportunities. We had a workshop on how you promote yourself online, so what your electronic footprint looks like. We also, just this week, had a workshop on promoting yourself on paper, so brochures, postcards, things like that. And coming up next month in June, we'll do Promote Yourself in Person. So when you are at a networking event, how do you pitch your business? You're really probably good about pitching yourself and your skills that you have. How do you pitch your business? And that's the topic for next month's PEP Talks. So educational opportunities for PEP Talks, open to members and non-members, and we have registration available on our website. We also do forums. Our forums are the second Wednesday of each month, well, alternating months from 12 until 1. We always have a guest speaker. This month we had State Representative Paul Evans, who spoke, provided an overview of the legislative session that just ended, as well as looked ahead towards the ballot in November, and also just fielded questions from people in the audience. So our forums have an educational value as well with information from our guest speakers. We also have the ability to mentor. As a young business owner or maybe new into a new field, we can match you with existing businesses if you want that mentoring experience. We also offer networking as an opportunity. We, on alternating months, do after-hours mixers the third Thursday from 5:30 to 7, and that's purely networking. It's a time to come, shake hands, exchange business cards, have those conversations in a very informal, easy, comfortable environment. And that way you can help grow your business via word of mouth. We also offer, of course, sponsorship opportunities, which allows you to get your name onto a larger scale. We have several annual events every year with different target audiences. So depending upon who your goal or your audience is, the sponsorship opportunities will vary. For example, every year, typically the first week or two of March, we celebrate our chamber members and citizens of our community who do outstanding work in our annual community awards banquet. So that target is very more specific to acknowledging the accomplishments that people have had. As Marilyn said, coming up tomorrow, we have Discover My Town for Monmouth Independence, and that is all about shop local. How do we get people into our downtown businesses? And if you're not located in downtown, you can still participate. We have lots of businesses who've signed up to be guest booths, so they've been paired with an event host site. And the event will have everything from wine tasting and beer tasting to food samples to tangible items, like one store's giving out sunglasses, someone else is giving out the soccer-type backpacks, and the list goes on. So that's Discover My Town, and that obviously is targeted as a community-wide event, open up to everyone. 21 or older, obviously, for the tastings, but anyone of any age can participate. And then we also have an annual event in October every year called Spooktacular Bingo, and this is a family-friendly event. And it's bingo. So you come, you stay for one game or more. Your choice is $1 per card, and you play bingo for different prizes that we have, from cash prizes to actual tangible items. So again, through the community events that we have, you have different target audiences that can reach depending upon what your goal is. And then finally, Chamber of Commerce, we're also the Visitor Center, so there's the tourism component. In our office, there's display space for people who walk in, as well as when people call and say, can you mail me information about your area, whether they're looking to relocate here to live, or if they're looking to just come and visit. But we put together those packets and mail them out. If we have your information, and your information is something of interest, we can stuff that in the folder and send it out. So far this year, we've delivered, if you will, distributed over 400 relocation packets. We also have a visitor guide. Our visitor guide came out in January, and to date, we've distributed over 5,000 copies of the visitor guide. That has gone statewide at some of the area welcome centers, for example, at Oregon City, as well as down in Klamath Falls. Umatilla called the other day, and they wanted a box, so shipped that out to them. The visitor guide was distributed, it's in Travel Salem, so it's in Marion County. They've gone through, I think, 3 boxes. There's 160 per box. They're getting the word out about Monmouth Independence. And of course, the visitor guide is here locally at every single business, I believe, or we tried to deliver to every single business. So that's another way of supporting our community and getting the word out about all the great things that are happening here in Monmouth Independence. So that's in a nutshell what all the Chamber is and what we do. We have a website, micc-or.org, and on it you can see a list of all the current Chamber members. You've got news items. We have a community calendar. Anyone can post an event to our community calendar. Chamber member or not, doesn't matter. As long as the event is open to the public, you go to our calendar page. There's a little link that says Submit New Event. You click it, you fill in the online form, and you hit Submit. It's that easy. Minimal computer ability is needed, but we have that community calendar. And every week, I send out an e-news or electronic newsletter every Friday that highlights all of the listed events, all the submitted events, the news items that members have posted, just to keep people aware of what's happening in the community. So our website is also a resource, and since I started with the Chamber in April 2012, the number of page views, the number of visits that we have to our website has just continued to increase. Last year we had over 50,000 page views, and for a Chamber of Commerce, and not really the most alluring name, that's not too shabby. So we are a resource available for, obviously, our members, whether business or an organization, but also a resource available to anyone in the community. Whether you're just starting out, whether you've been around with your business for a long time, we are a resource for you. If you have questions, again, my name is Jean Love, and you can reach me via web or email or phone. I've got business cards, be happy to pass out, but we're just here to help support you and to keep the economic vitality of our community strong. So thank you for your time.